The Raw on USA Network era is officially over, but it is safe to say they went out with a bang, with Colt Cabana, AEW, and Vince McMahon all being acknowledged in that incredibly wild main event segment. Let's get into it. I'm Ben Allison, and I've analysed last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, and here are my 5 key findings. In at number 5, John Cena is returning next week, and I have an absolutely wild prediction. Now, I know I've predicted a lot of crazy things in the past, guys. I know I have, and I know a lot of them have been wrong, but I've got perhaps the wildest prediction I have ever made here. I predict that next week on Raw, John Cena is going to come out and announce that he will be in the 2025 Royal Rumble match. I know, an absolutely wild prediction. No, in all seriousness, of course that is going to happen, but I hope that it is not just that. I also hope that somebody comes out and interrupts John Cena, and we get teased a potential feud, not necessarily for right now, but just for some point in his final year as part of his WWE retirement tour. I don't just want a promo announcing the Rumble, I want a little bit more to it, but I am so excited to see John Cena back next week on Raw. In at number 4, why oh why did they change the Judgment Day's theme? Out of all the WWE theme songs which could have been changed, why did they change one of my favourites? Altar's Bridge, The Other Side, was perfect for the faction, and okay, I will admit, it probably wasn't as good of a fit for this new version of the faction compared to the previous one, but a generic rap song also isn't a good fit at all. I mean, I can't remember the last time a theme song so badly fitted someone. I mean, people online were like laughing about it. That's how badly it went. It just didn't suit them at all. And the worst part is, I actually think this could be a good theme song, but it just doesn't fit the Judgment Day in the slightest. I mean, maybe Dominic Mysterio could get away with it. I think he is the only one who could. But Finn Balor and JD McDonough coming down to this, I mean, it is just absolutely hilarious. It doesn't suit them in the slightest. In at number 3, Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria is officially the final for the Women's Intercontinental Championship tournament, and I, for one, am delighted. From the start of the tournament, I said that either Dakota Kai or Natalya should win it, and my logic was Dakota Kai would be somebody who with the Intercontinental Championship would be making a star, but Natalya, well, that is somebody who could really bring prestige to the Intercontinental Championship and really acknowledge it. But if I was to name a third person, I would have said Lyra Valkyria. So there are 2 fantastic options here, and either way, I am happy. I don't think there's a wrong answer. Now, personally, I do want Dakota Kai to win it. I think Dakota Kai is the right choice. She is somebody who's been just working her ass off for years and years and years now. I've been watching her since her days on the independent scene, and I don't even think she's ever won a championship in WWE. She really, really deserves this moment. She's so good in the ring. She's improved so much on the mic, so please give her this Intercontinental Championship and I will be delighted. But at the same time, I also could see it being Lyra Valkyria, because I do believe Becky Lynch could return after the match if Lyra wins it. Maybe that is how Becky does return, and that would certainly be an interesting feud, because of course we saw them face off together, against each other in NXT and then together on the main roster before Becky left. But before we go any further, if you guys could like and subscribe, I would massively appreciate it. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos every single week, and in addition to that, we do a daily live stream every single day, 7 days a week, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, showcasing the thoughts of wrestling fans from around the world. I hope to see you guys there. Thank you. And in at number 2, WWE owe the USA Network one. Not only did the USA Network allow WWE to promote Netflix all night long, but they gave them a first 90 minutes commercial free for them to do so. I mean, most friendships nowadays aren't that loyal, never mind business relationships. And of course, SmackDown is staying on the USA Network, so the USA Network does have a reason to keep WWE happy, but they went above and beyond here. And while it is pretty obvious at this point that Monday Night Raw is once again becoming the A show when it does head to Netflix, I do hope both of the shows are pretty much the A show. I hope they keep it more balanced than they have been in the past, because SmackDown over the last few years has really become that A show over on Fox. Now it's back on the USA Network. I hope that it stays, at least near that level. USA Network has been the home of WWE for so long now, and I really hope their relationship continues, and it continues strong heading into this really exciting time for WWE. And in at number 1, Seth Rollins and CM Punk picked up the mics and absolutely cooked, as the kids would say. To end the USA Network era of WWE Raw, we had Rollins and Punk under one roof, 2 live mics, and you might as well call these guys Amazon Prime because they delivered. We had Vince McMahon, Colt Cabana, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Becky Lynch, AEW references. I mean, this promo was off the charts and somehow managed to make me even more excited for their match next week on Netflix. And my only complaint about this, it is a small one, is the fact that they didn't get physical, right? Because for weeks and weeks, these two haven't been able to keep their hands off each other. They've been fighting non-stop, and they were face-to-face in the ring last night, insulting each other, and it didn't get physical. I mean, this could very easily be defended if they just did one thing, and that one thing was Adam Pearce saying to both of them throughout the show, hey, either of you touch each other, the match is off. If they said that, then it would have been all good. And maybe online or something they did say that. Maybe I just missed it. But to me, I was like, why aren't these two getting physical after all they have been through? But don't get me wrong, it was still a phenomenal segment. I loved it, and I'm so hyped now for next week. But yeah, overall, last night's episode of Raw was a really, really fun one. We had a terrific New Day segment as well. I mean, they are just so hated right now. It is working so well. And I am excited for next week, of course, the biggest WWE Raw in years. I will be back on Thursday to talk to you guys a little bit about AEW Dynamite, but let me know your thoughts on last night's episode of Monday Night Raw in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!